Hey there. Thanks for coming back to Divine Messages 333. By the way, my name's Lisa. I don't know if I ever said that before, but my name is Lisa. If you're noticing the different hairdo, I'm actually in the middle of cutting my hair. I got a little bored and ambitious yesterday, and now I have to fix it. So, anyway, just ignore that. So, this Ice Princess and the video that I made yesterday, it was shaky and it was really cold outside, at least for me. I'm not a fan of winter. So I just want to kind of summarize because I feel like even my summary wasn't a very good summary. So you had some type of a relationship with a person, and it was there was something higher level about it. It could be that you've been married to this person. It could be that you have a child or children with this person. Those are the two that come up as far as higher level. I mean, possibly there could have been a past life, situation, but I'm not really getting that. I wasn't really getting that. It was more like it was in this lifetime, and it was something like you two were together before, and because I was by that church. And so even though if you're not religious, or you didn't get married in a church, something like that, I just feel like it was something, because it wasn't about church. It was that was like a representation of God, divine, something greater than us, okay? That was involved in the relationship that you had with this person. And then there's this Ice Queen. Okay, so that's the three that I was talking about. So you previously had some type of higher level relationship connection with this person, and then now you are not with this person currently, and this Ice Queen, however they got together, whether the person and you broke up, or well, obviously you guys broke up, but I don't know if they you broke up and then they went right to that other Ice Queen. I don't really know. So everyone's situation is going to be different. The details, I mean. So anyway, this Ice Queen and the person that's connected to you are not together anymore. I don't know if they still communicate. If there is communication, I would think that it's the Ice Queen trying to communicate with that person, not that they're both mutually. Now, there could have been a situation where you didn't realize. I mean, you knew about this Ice Queen, you know about them, but you didn't realize, you might have been under the assumption that they weren't talking anymore, or that they weren't, even if they were talking, they weren't maybe in a relationship or something like that. So I feel like you had a different impression of what was truly going on between those two. I mean, it's not like it was your business that you needed to know, something like that. So this Ice Queen is someone who just by nature is cold, and they can say very mean things. And when I was talking about they're going to say some hurtful things, they are not going to feel bad about the things that's going to come out of their mouth, whether they are, sending you a message or they're saying it to you. They aren't going to feel bad. Their intention is to hurt you. I feel like, though, that they think that they have this knowledge about you, and so they can use these things to throw at you, and it's really going to hurt you. But I kind of feel like if you are the type of person, and you probably are, if this is playing out in your life, that has done some work on yourself, you've grown like another layer, like you've grown some thick skin, tougher skin, and you have some armor on. So I feel like, they might be throwing rocks at you, but it's like ping, it's kind of like going to shoot off of you. Just don't let their crap affect you, understand why they're doing it. They're doing it to hurt you. So that's intentional. Well, you can have intention too, to not get hurt by it, right? If you see that this person sent you a message, you don't have to open it. You don't have to read it. If you happen to answer a phone call and someone starts like screaming at you or something, hang up. You don't have to listen to it. Okay? But I feel like they're going to want to, like, it's not, I don't even feel like it's what they're saying that's going to cause, that they want to cause like a disruption or like chaos in your life. I feel like it's more like how they're doing it versus what they're saying. So they're probably going to be like blowing up your phone, right? Hopefully this is not something. Now here's another thing. After I posted, or maybe the video was uploading, I think when the video was uploading, I was in my bathroom, and in my apartment, I don't know if our buzzers work to get into the apartment building, or to like, ring each individual apartment. I don't even know if they work or not. And so I was staying in my bathroom, and it was very quiet. I had no music, no nothing on in my apartment. I didn't hear anything going on in the building. And all of a sudden I hear this like knocking. And it didn't even sound like it was like someone knocking on an apartment door, like an actual apartment door in the building. It sounded like it was coming from outside, like somebody was knocking on the main door outside, which I don't know why they would be doing that. Like, I don't know if they didn't have a phone and I don't know why they would be doing that, but it was persisting. And so what came to me at that time was someone might be trying to go to your house and be like knocking on the door. Okay. I don't know if this Ice Queen knows where you live or has a way of knowing where you live. I don't even know if they live near you. I did get on that walk. There was a point where I was like, oh, I just saw something, never mind. And I didn't say what it was. What I saw was a name, okay? But what I got from that is this could be someone who, like, even the person that you're connected to could even live at a distance, okay? And so maybe this Ice Queen isn't even in your area, okay? So if that's the case, yeah, you don't have to really worry about them showing up at your house, I would imagine. But I feel like they're going to be trying to like blow up your phone. They might even go to the extent of doing like a fake profile on social media and then start like attacking you on social media. I'm seeing right now someone going through their friend list and like getting rid of people they don't talk to, or duplicate. Sometimes people have like multiple like Facebook accounts or something, like getting rid of some of these. So you might want to do something like that. But in the end, what I got that I don't think I really expressed in the other video is I think it's just better not to engage with this person. I mean, I think you will have to take some action. Like, you know, you might have to block them. You might have to delete some, you know, if they were able to post something, you might have to delete that. You might have to report them. Some people might even have to call the police. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to interact. You don't have to like give your 2 cents. You don't have to say, you know, your piece. You don't have to explain anything. That's my dog in the background. Um, so yeah, I feel like that's really the best way to handle it. And now, as far as the reason why they're coming is because they don't want the two of you to get back together. I don't even know if you want to get back together with this other person. I kind of feel like you don't. I kind of feel like that's a chapter that's been closed. And, you know, you may be open to like friends or talking with them. You might even still talk with them right now. But like, I'm not really feeling like you necessarily want a relationship with this person, but this person might have come to excuse me a realization about you, and maybe that they want to be with you, want to pursue you, didn't realize what they had when they ended it with you. Or maybe that ending, I mean, the ending was supposed to happen. It was supposed, between the two of you, it was supposed to happen. But I feel like they're thinking like maybe what also is supposed to happen is they're supposed to reach out and maybe try to get back together with you, to like give it one last chance or something like that. I don't know. So, you know, in regards to that, like, you have been through a lot, you know, and it might not have been like, I mean, you might have been through a lot with this person, but in general, like, you've been through a lot. And your last relationship, um, I'm feeling was like enough to almost say, I'm not doing this again, you know? So I feel like you're going to be very cautious when it comes to getting into anything new, whether you already know the person or you don't. So this is one of those, I feel like it's one of those tests, you know, where like you were able to cut ties with someone, probably not this person, recent, you know, in a recent times, like you were able to break free. And now an opportunity is coming. It could present itself. And it may not be for your, you know, your benefit. It may not be for your highest good. It may not be for you. And, you know, how are you going to deal with that? Oh, you know, and what I mean is like, are you going to handle it in ways you did in the past? Or have you learned new ways to be able to put your boundaries up, um, you know, to uh, like not go with someone's offer, um, kind of like, you know, rejection, reject someone. Um, are you going to be able to see red flags? Are you going to be able to, excuse me, are you going to be able to really, you know, speak your mind? Or are you going to kind of not really speak your mind and like ghost a person, you know? Because we need to handle situations the way we want people to handle them with us. And even if they never handle them that way, even if the other people never handle it in the way you would prefer, you still need to do that. Okay. So if you don't like being ghosted, if you don't like it when people, reject you with no explanation why, then give this person an explanation. Have a conversation with this person. Tell them why you don't want this to work out again, or get together again. Why you don't see that it can work out. You're a different person now. Has this other person even evolved? I'm thinking they may be on their path to, because if they've gotten rid of the Ice Queen, that's a good step. But just because, you cut someone off doesn't mean, oh, now I'm healed. So you still have work to do, right? And they still have work to do. So, it could be the starting of like a friendship, and maybe in the future you two want to explore something. But the universe, God, your ancestors, your spirit guides, whatever you are, leaning on for guidance and support, wants you to put yourself first, wants you to nurture you first, yourself first, not this relationship, not another relationship. You have to nurture yourself first. And so, that's kind of the like the gist of what you're supposed to take away from that, as what I'm getting, is that really, it's kind of like another little pop quiz coming around. How are you going to deal with it? Because how you deal with it will kind of determine what's coming after that, It's not like you're failing. If you decide you want to give this person another chance right away, okay, that's what you decide. And, so it is. But, if that wasn't for your highest good, if that wasn't in your best interest, you'll know by things repeating, situations, repeating, happening again. You'll feel like, this feels familiar, and it feels like what I already got myself out of. And if that's the case, you will see things before, you'll see them earlier than you used to. So if that happens and you are starting to see like, oh, I'm kind of back in that pattern. Oh, I'm back with someone who has that behavior, or geez, now I'm in this relationship and I'm having those feelings again, whatever that is for you. It doesn't mean you're trapped, okay? It doesn't mean you're in those 8 of Swords again with the blindfold on, your hands behind your back, and your swords all around you. You're not. You put yourself there again, okay? And remember, you can get yourself out. This time it will happen sooner than it did in the past, which is good. And now you have more tools in your toolbox, which is good, right? So you can, use your tools to get yourself out of there, right? And then you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to speak up for yourself. You're going to have to put yourself first. So don't look at it like, oh my gosh, am I going to make the wrong decision? And then get stuck in that whole mind, thing where you don't know what to do and you're confused. You don't have to be confused. And you don't have to be stuck, and you don't have to take yourself there, is what I'm getting. So, you're not going to fail. I'm I mean, you may feel like you failed yourself, but that's getting back into that thinking again, right? It's not going to help you get out by beating yourself up. So, um, something else I saw on the way to, I forgot about this, on the way to going to make that video. Like I said, I had already walked my dog. I went home, I got my phone, and then I was like told, like, go back out there and show people, don't just talk about it, show them. I guess I was supposed to do that so that other people can start opening their eyes when they're walking around and they can see things in a different way too. So it's not just like someone telling you about this. I'm showing you how you can do this as well. But I saw this little dinosaur. It was like a little toy, and it was bright green. It looked like it was like brand new, and it was like a tiny little dinosaur. And the first things that came to my mind were like child. So it kind of like reconfirmed, like, yeah, there could be someone here that you had a child with. Also, if you don't even have children, it made me think of spring, and you could be dealing with someone who has a birthday in the spring. I'm thinking it would be the person that you're connected to. It could be you too, but I felt like it was someone else. Also, I also got green with envy. Someone's very envious of you, which is probably the Ice Queen. And I also got that it could be somebody who's got to do inner child work. Okay. So if you find yourself in a position where you reunited with this person, you guys are giving each other another chance, you're giving the relationship another go round, and then you find this isn't for you, it's not what you want. Now you got yourself back in the situation. When it comes to nurturing yourself first, it's got to start with our inner child, right? Because I mean, that's who we are first. First, we're a child, an infant, then a child, we grow up, right? And then here we are. So you need to, when you think of nurturing yourself, think of nurturing yourself as a child. Yes, you're still going to nurture yourself as the adult that you are, but think of nurturing first your inner child. And when you can do that, you can, like, I'm getting that someone's, like, say you actually had a child, right? And then you were involved in a relationship that doesn't make you happy, right? Do you want, I feel like I'm only speaking to people now that don't have kids in this particular like scenario, this example that I'm giving. Would you take your child? Would you take a child and bring them along with you? Like, say you're going to go spend the weekend with this person, right? And you're not looking forward to it. You already know you're not going to be like happy inside. I mean, you may not be like crying and miserable and abused or anything, but you may know, like, I know I'm going to go spend this weekend with this person, but all weekend I know I'm going to be wishing I was doing something else. And, it's not going to make me I'm not going to feel happy. And then, the weekend's over and it's back to work or whatever. So would you bring a child with you and be like, this is what we're doing this weekend? We're going to hang out here with this person. No, we're not going to be happy. No, we're not going to go do things that we want to do. No, because now you're bringing along another person to your, I don't know. I'm hearing pity party, crappy party. I don't know. I don't know if this is making sense, but this is what I'm being given to say. You wouldn't bring a kid along with you to something miserable and then have them just sit there. So now, if you're still with me with this example, now imagine you're that kid, okay? So, and you're in charge. Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm having a really hard time, like, getting this. I can see it, but I'm having a hard time, like, verbalizing it. And I keep feeling like this is for people who don't have kids, because some of us that have kids kind of get a little desensitized a little, or like we don't always, like, we have to do things, right? And so, like, hey, this is just life and the kids got to come along, right? But when you don't have a kid, right, I feel like those people kind of are a little more conscious about, like, say you're babysitting someone's kid for the day, right? And, like, let's say you're used to hanging out with, like, going to places that maybe kids aren't, necessarily supposed to go, or is not appropriate, or it's just not fun, right? Now you've got this kid for the day and you think twice, like, yeah, maybe I won't do that today because I got this kid. I'll do that tomorrow. Okay. So if that's making more sense for you, hopefully, imagine, you're the kid. So still be in that frame of mind, like, well, if you wouldn't take this kid there and you need to nurture your inner child and now you're the kid, if you wouldn't take that kid there, don't take your kid there. Don't take yourself there, right? And then I think I also mentioned the bush. I showed, like, a bush that was, like, kind of like bright green. That also was the same. I was getting the same message as the dinosaur, is that someone's birthday, they might have been born in the spring. So I feel like it's the person that you're connected to was born in the spring. Also, that they might want something new. Maybe for some this could play out in the spring. I got more that someone was born in the spring, but situations could be different, I guess. So yeah, I mean, if any of this resonates with you, sorry it took like 3 videos to really get this message out. But if any of this resonates with you, I'd really appreciate a comment. So that will help me to kind of, like, know that I'm making sense when I'm bringing you these messages. I mean, they literally, like, are happening for me all day long. And I really can't just, like, stop everything all the time and, like, bring a message to somebody. But for some reason, that was, like, something it was, like, really pushing me to get out. And I'm not sure if it was because this is like an urgent situation or if it's because I'm supposed to be showing people how to look at things in another way, um, and receive your messages on your own as well. So, yeah, I would really appreciate like the likes, shares if you guys feel like I'm talking about someone else that you know and they can benefit from this. Subscribe so we can get in contact with each other more, connect more. Um, and comment. So you can give me feedback and let me know, like, yeah, this, I'm going through this and this part really resonated, or, you know, maybe you even saw something in that video that I didn't pick up on, and put it in the comment. It might help someone else out there. So we'll see if there's anything else that comes up today, but otherwise, have a great day, be safe, and we'll see each other again soon. Bye.